We see this new initiative as a significant way that we can contribute to the White House project, which is known as Joining Forces Project, a way of getting back out into communities and helping those that desperately need the support and services to make their lives better. This strategy utilizes coalitions. Coalitions is the basis for which CATCA exists. It's the multi-sector organization in communities all across America and now internationally that brings the resources of the community together to work in a strategic, holistic way using the best evidence practices available to improve the lives of the members in their community, to build what we would call safe, healthy, and drug-free communities.
I am so pleased that the Corporation for National and Community Service has this opportunity to collaborate with the National Guard and CADCA on the launch of VetCorps. While this is not the first veteran corps we have supported, it is the largest to date. This program will assist veterans and military families in accessing key services and support, from housing and employment to behavioral and physical health services. As General Dean explained, VetCorps will place 100 full-time AmeriCorps and AmeriCorps Vista members in 28 states in its first year and will expand to other states in the future. This VetCorps is but the latest example of our commitment to supporting America's veterans and military families. We believe that supporting our nation's troops, veterans, and military families is critical to our national security and to strengthening our communities. And we believe that national service is a critical resource in that mission.
My name is Roberta Davis. Most folks call me Bobby. I currently live in Magnolia, Arkansas, and I come from a long line of military service. Service has always been a huge part of my life. I wanted to join the Army as far back as I can remember. As a combat medic, I fell in love with the duties and job. After 6.5 years on active duty and 2 children, I separated from the Army and fulfilled the last 18 months of my 8-year obligation with the National Guard. I moved to Alaska and met my husband, Joe. On July 20th, 2005, we were married in Fairbanks. Joe is a combat medic with headquarters troop, 4th Squadron, 14th Cavalry Regiment, part of the 172nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team. On September 17, 2006, the post executive officer and a chaplain came to my home to gently break the news to me and my 3 children that Joe was killed when the Stryker vehicle that he was riding in was struck by an IED. He was the only fatality in the incident and the second KIA during the extension. Joe and I had only been married for 13 months and 3 weeks. In 2009, I learned about a new AmeriCorps project helping other veterans. 3 months later, I was sworn in as an AmeriCorps Vista member with 9 others. My year as an AmeriCorps Vista member showed me that service is not limited to those in the military. When I left the Army, I had so many struggles with civilian life. There was not enough of the structure that I'd become accustomed to. During my year of service, I found this to be a common denominator amongst veterans. As a veteran serving with AmeriCorps, I felt a continuation of my service to my country as well as my community and my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. My AmeriCorps experience let me be the change that I want to see. So for all the veterans out there, be the change.
But one thing we have realized that government programs are not and will not ever be enough. It has to be a community approach. It has to be community-based. And it does me such pleasure to see that organizations like CATCA and VetCorps and AmeriCorps and all the service organizations out there really rally together to bring these services to our men and women who are currently serving and who have left our ranks to make sure that they are taken care of both now and in the long term. So coupling the awareness of where the issues are and who the issues are with our current organizations, with emerging organizations like VetCorps that will help redirect these to the right people to get the right help at the right time is just critical, not only for the short term but the long term. And I couldn't be any happier about that. And especially as we see great partnerships with community-based programs, as we're talking here today, we'll have a great success. So I'd just like to end by thanking all those who have stepped up today here in the audience and here on the stage and all those in the background to make sure that we have a strong program, community-based programs for now and in the future. we are on the right track, and this is so helpful for our men and women of the armed services, and I couldn't be any more prouder of their efforts. So